Welcome to Wholeness and Wellness on the Couch series. My name is Tracie Rogers, and today we're having another conversation with sexologist Onika Henry. And so today we're talking about sexuality and intimacy in particular. So intimacy is really, like, what is intimacy? Intimacy is this, it could be this broad term, we don't know what it refers to.
So anything that has to do with bonding with someone, which means we're looking at liking someone, we're looking at loving someone, we're looking at being vulnerable, and we're looking at risk-taking. All of those are covered under intimacy when we talk about intimacy and sexuality.
So intimacy doesn't always refer to sexual intimacy because there are many types of intimacy.
Exactly.
So my friend Alex Vega, who's also a sexologist, he also talks about this myriad types of intimacy. That is intimacy with food, there's intimacy with touching. And so sometimes people think intimacy and they think automatically sex.
Right.
But there's so many things that contribute to that.
Exactly. And what I want to point out is that as people get older and there is less sex because maybe of some kind of disability, maybe it's something that they can no longer actively engage in because the body isn't quite able, those persons can still be very intimate. And there may not be, I hope I can say this on camera, penetrative sex. But there may be lots of touching because skin hunger is also an aspect of sexuality.
Let us talk about what is skin hunger.
So the need to be held, to be touched, to be hugged, which is actually linked to our biology, to our immune system. Yeah. So hugs are important. I heard somewhere that it should at least be 20 seconds, at least, for it to be really effective. So hugs for 20 seconds or more. But yes, skin hunger is a thing, and it is part of that circle of sexuality where we look at different aspects of sexual being.
It makes much sense to see that when we talk about, we know about physiological psychology, that your brain is responsible, the parts of your brain responsible for emotion, for bonding, for making sense. It's not just a thinking machine.
Right.
There are all of these elements that go into it. So you say that and it just kind of rings a bell for me, that there's so many things that go into that. I want to talk about intimacy and gender. Because sometimes, and when we talk about gender, we're talking about the social aspects of being male or female. And so gender varies among people in terms of gender, how people identify, how people express themselves along the continuum of masculine and feminine differs. I think a lot of us learn that intimacy, how we learn about intimacy is in line with our thoughts about gender.
Yes.
So let's talk about what are some of the things that come up. So we don't expect men to be involved in a certain type of intimacy, a certain type of man, woman, and how can all of those labels be harmful to sexual expression?
So we don't often teach our boys to be expressive when it comes to emotions. And so you find that when he is in a relationship, particularly if he's in a relationship with a woman, female, and she is accustomed to being allowed to cry or to say how she feels, she in turn has no real clue of how he really feels because he doesn't even know how to express it. He hasn't been allowed, or he's been taught you suppress that. So part of the emotion that we deal with or have to learn to manage when somebody comes to me or couples come to me to deal with sexual issues that falls under emotion, it involves being able to express your emotion and learning how not to suppress what you really feel, but what's also effectively communicate what you feel. And for men, sometimes it takes a lot of digging. I actually have a list of words that I give, particularly the men who come into my practice, so they can begin to pinpoint and identify exactly what am I feeling. Because sometimes they don't even know because they haven't taken the time to sit down and analyze themselves, to be self-aware when it comes to emotions. Because the automatic thing is you don't cry, you're always in charge. So being allowed to understand your emotions, understand how to express them safely, including emotions like anger or fear or guilt. Men are usually taught, well, how can I express that without harming someone else? There are healthy ways to express displeasure or disappointment. Whereas women, we allow that space to figure out, well, what's the best way to express how I feel.
There are these physiological needs, these biological needs, the skin hunger. But it's mediated by how we're taught.
Yes.
Those things should be expressed.
The patterns that we're seeing, the role models that we have in front of us. I'm a single parent and I have boys. One of the things I deliberately did, and it was a deliberate and conscious decision, was to hug them a lot and to say, I love you a lot. And now they give that back to me, and I see that they give it to each other. So even though they are boys, and what would be considered in our society is very masculine and manly, one is a Rasta man, and they kind of, they are very comfortable even in front of their friends to hug each other, and the older one likes to kiss the younger one on his cheek, I love you, and their friends would look like, okay, that's different.
So I'm glad that you're bringing that in, and so maybe this is some of our takeaway messages as we're leaving, that we can actually prevent a lot of adult issues by how we teach our boys and girls to express themselves, and the implications for how we learn to express ourselves, but how we can express intimacy,
yes,
and how we can meet our
bonding.
biological needs and work through the cultural stuff. Thank you so much, Onika. So we've been talking with Onika Henry, who is a Tobago-based sexologist, but does see individuals and couples in Trinidad on an appointment basis. And what we will do is leave that information below this video. So if you want to follow up with Onika and learn some more about how you can probably get in touch with her, you can be free to do that. So just give us your number as we're closing off.
So you can get me at 381-3049, and that's on WhatsApp. So you can also WhatsApp me.
Great.
And email as well, ohenrybusiness@gmail.com.
So the information is here. Thank you so much, Onika.
You're welcome so much, Tracie.
Thanks for joining us on the couch.